Hello class, konnichiwa. Welcome to your first day of English class. I'm your teacher, Sarah Bird, and I come from Orlando, Florida in the United States. I hope you're all prepared. I'm going to do a short introduction and showing you how and why I decided to become an English teacher in Japan, and then we'll do short introductions all around and try your best to do the introduction in English. My name is Sarah Bird. I was born in Washington State in the USA, and I am half Japanese and half American. I graduated from Valencia College at the age of 20 with my Associate's in Arts degree in General Studies and continued my education at the University of Central Florida and received my bachelor's degree in Human Communication in 2025. I first decided to become an English teacher in Japan back in high school, and attending college really solidified the decision when I attended a required class for my first college called New Student Experience. The class really taught me how to better plan for my future and give a visual on how much time and money would be required to be where I am today. We were required to develop a personal purpose statement that expressed our core values. For my personal purpose statement, my goal is to explore the world and learn of other cultures, as well as explore new things and educate people using the knowledge I've acquired. I really love teaching and learning about all new things, and I believe that experiencing and learning is the only way that people grow. I also love learning new languages and growing my knowledge on languages I already know. I think that with my desire to learn new languages and my previous knowledge of Japan and the Japanese language drew me to the conclusion that teaching in Japan would be the best path for me. Since Asia is so diverse, being somewhat closer would help me to travel to different places I've never been able to experience before. Like I said before, I graduated from Valencia College at the age of 20 with my associate's degree in general studies. I attended from August in 2021 until May of 2023, and this is where I attended my SLS or New Student Experience class in the first semester. As I also stated before, I also graduated with my bachelor's degree in Human Communication from the University of Central Florida, or UCF, which I had planned out in my SLS class. Having this goal in mind, I had to come up with a financial and academic plan in my SLS class. With this financial plan, I discovered that my first 2 years of college would cost approximately $5,200 to $6,000 just for tuition and fees, with this additional $1,500 for books, and since I live close, not very much on gas. Overall, about $20,100 for about 2 years at Valencia with tuition fees and other costs, such as transportation. Luckily, since I filled out a form called the Free Application for Federal Student Aid, or FAFSA, it helped me pay for many of my school costs like the tuition and books. I also applied for FAFSA when attending UCF to get my BA. And the overall cost of tuition and fees for the last 2 years of college would come out to be $12,000, and the overall for my time at UCF would come out to be about $24,000 with books and other personal expenses. For my academic plan that I mapped out in my SLS class, I found out what classes and courses were required for my transfer to UCF, as well as to graduate from Valencia with my AA. I mapped out all of the classes and credits I needed to graduate from Valencia, as well as classes that would give me a good start in the major I pursued at UCF, Human Communication. There were no prerequisites required for my selected major, but I decided to take courses as my electives that would help my path be easier, such as courses like interpersonal communication. After I graduated from UCF with my bachelor's in arts in human communication, I took time to get my TEFL certification so I can start to teach abroad like I am now. Since I can receive the certification online, the fees I needed to pay for the virtual courses only cost me about $500 for a 120-hour course, as well as a level 5 course that was only $700 for 168 hours. From taking the courses, it helped my resume stand out, and using the TEFL Job Center, it helped me get connections to jobs all over the world in need of English teachers. I also have people I already knew in Japan that taught English, and it was also from their guidance that I was able to stay on the right path and get where I needed to go to be where I am right now. What I do now includes teaching you about grammar, composition, and pronunciation of English to you, my students. and teaching a bit of origins of English words and how to apply that knowledge to everyday conversations in English. I also create lesson plans, grade homework and assignments, and I need to be able to plan and adjust to my students' needs as well as create a healthy learning environment so you can get the best education you can from me. Since I am already a Japanese citizen, it was easy for me to move to Japan from the US and start teaching here after I applied to work in Japan from the TEFL Job Center, and using the connections I gained and connections I had previously had, I was able to make a name for myself. Because of my connections, I was even able to feature on a Japanese television broadcast for NHK Studios as a guest to teach English. Even though I live in Tokyo now, I travel all over the place to help teach English. All of this was possible from my start at Valencia College and their resources, and especially possible because of my new student experience class and what the class taught me. All right, time for your introductions.